Good evening and welcome. You're watching the news track. I'm Rahul Kanwal. All the Punjab MLAs of the Aam Aadmi Party summoned to the Delhi Darbar of Arvind Kejriwal. Opposition parties in the state up in arms saying, why is Kejriwal not coming to Punjab? Why is he asking and forcing his MLAs to come to Punjab? Is there genuinely any threat to the Bhagwant Mann government, as voices within and outside the AAP seem to suggest? Or is this just the opposition rubbing their hands in glee and hoping that they can stir some trouble? That's my top focus on the news track.
Punjab political quake intensifies. Kejriwal chairs crisis huddle. Punjab Chief Minister and MLAs called to Delhi. Speculation swirls over Punjab government fate. Opposition claims Mann is out. Punjab political potboiler. Big focus on News Track.
The aftershocks of Aam Aadmi Party's Delhi quake are intensifying in Punjab. Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann and all his MLAs were summoned to the capital by Arvind Kejriwal. They made their way to Kapurthala House. The meeting lasted just about 30 minutes. Kejriwal reportedly told the Punjab MLAs to focus on strengthening the party and its reach in Punjab. Outside, Bhagwant Mann put up a brave face, dismissing reports of his government's instability.
Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann and 93 of his MLAs made a beeline for Kapurthala House in Delhi for a meeting with AAP convener Arvind Kejriwal. The key huddle came 3 days after AAP's Delhi loss, and amid massive buzz that the Punjab government is on shaky ground, with the Congress leader Partap Singh Bajwa declaring on India Today that over 30 AAP MLAs are ready to switch sides.
प्रताप बाजवा पिछले 2.25 साल से यही कह रहे हैं, तो उनको कहने दो, उनके पास है नहीं। उनको बोलो जी हमारे विधायकों की बात गिनती मत करो, अपने गिन लो दिल्ली में कितने हैं। तीसरी बार उनके यहाँ कल्चर है इधर जाने का, कभी उधर आने का, कभी वापस आने का। मतलब एक उनका नेता है वो ढोल बजा रहा था कि आम आदमी पार्टी हार गई, तो नीचे कमेंट आ रहे थे कि भाई साहब ये जीरो पे ढोल बजा रहे हो कि आपकी जीरो आई है तीसरी बार। तो अपना फिक्र नहीं करते, दूसरों में नुक्स निकालते रहते।
Despite the entire Punjab government leadership being called to Delhi, the meeting lasted only 23 minutes. Sources tell India Today that Arvind Kejriwal told the Punjab MLAs that they must concentrate on 2027 polls and reiterated the AAP leadership was strong. The Punjab Chief Minister also told his MLAs that their aim should be to develop Punjab as a model state.
इतनी जल्दी उनको मीटिंग बुलाना, तो मेरा ख्याल है कि वो जल्दी टूट जाएंगे। जब पार्टी हारती है, मंथन तो होता है, वहाँ की स्टेट का होता है, दूसरी स्टेट का नहीं होता। तो उन्होंने ये देख लिया कि कहीं दिल्ली में जो हुआ है वो पंजाब में ना हो जाए।
They are worried that what happened in Delhi may be repeated in Punjab.
देखो दर्द बहुत गहरा था, चोट बहुत बड़ी थी, और उसे मलहम लगाने के लिए 96 लोग यहाँ चल के आए। वो मलहम आज सिर्फ केजरीवाल जी की लगाई है, और बाकी दूसरा ऑपरेशन तो जो है अभी शुरू होगा।
The BJP and the Congress both continue to claim that time is running out for the Bhagwant Mann government.
को मौका है मिलेगा तो जरूर बनाएंगे।
अच्छा, एक आखिरी प्रश्न, कितने ऐसे विधायक हैं जो आपको लगता है कि वो कांग्रेस के साथ मिलकर सरकार बनाने की इच्छुक होंगे?
लीडरशिप जिन्होंने बयान दिया वो कह रहे 30-35 विधायक हैं जो उनके साथ कांटेक्ट में है।
हारे दिल्ली में है बैठक पंजाब के एमएलओ की, क्यों? क्योंकि सपना देख रहे हैं अरविंद केजरीवाल जी पंजाब के मुख्यमंत्री बनने का। अरविंद केजरीवाल जी सत्ता के बिना रह नहीं सकते। अरविंद केजरीवाल जी गलतफहमी मत रहना, अब वो ये साबित करने पे लगे हैं कि भगवंत मान नालायक हैं, करप्ट हैं, उन्होंने करप्शन नहीं रोकी, उन्होंने नशा नहीं रोका। ये सच है, लेकिन भगवंत मान को हटाकर अरविंद केजरीवाल बन जाएं, ये सच कभी हो नहीं सकता और ये कभी होने वाला नहीं है। इसलिए अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ऐसे सपने देखने बंद कर दो।
The Punjab political pot boiler continues to simmer. With Piyush Mishra and Ashutosh Mishra in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
All eyes are now on Bhagwant Mann. He's already fighting a perception battle with many within the Aam Aadmi Party and in the opposition claiming that his government is controlled from Delhi. Mann's cabinet has not met in the last 4 months because the Chief Minister was busy campaigning in the capital. But that's just one of Mann's problems. Amongst the others is the government's failure to deliver on poll promises, the biggest one being the 1,000 rupee per month guarantee to be sent into the accounts of women voters in the state, asking when can they expect to see the money.
The Punjab Chief Minister was busy campaigning for the Delhi elections the last few months. With Mann concentrating on the capital fight, governance in Punjab took a hit. The Chief Minister could not make time for his own state cabinet. The last Punjab cabinet meeting was called 4 months ago on October 8, 2024. A cabinet meeting was scheduled for February 6th, a day after Delhi elections, that was rescheduled for February 10th. But as Arvind Kejriwal summoned Punjab Aam Aadmi Party MLAs to Delhi, the meeting was postponed yet again. After Aam Aadmi Party's Delhi rout, the Punjab Chief Minister faces a long and bumpy road ahead.
There is a prevailing perception in Punjab that Bhagwant Mann's governance as well as his administration is micromanaged by the Delhi unit of Aam Aadmi Party. In the wake of poll debacle in Delhi, there's also perception that there could be a super CM who may emerge. There's also talk about how there is the inner circle of Bhagwant Mann, which has loyalists of Kejriwal. This also includes Bivav Kumar, who's a close aide of Kejriwal and recently got Z+ security in Chandigarh.
But perception is only one of the many challenges that Bhagwant Mann faces. Fulfilling its many poll promises is the other one. The Aam Aadmi Party in Punjab succeeded in giving 600 units free electricity and 50,000 jobs, but when it comes to its big ticket promise of 1,000 rupees monthly stipend to women, Aam Aadmi Party has failed to deliver.
वादे बहुत करे थे पर दिया कुछ नहीं हैगा जी। हाँ जी, नहीं जी, बिल्कुल भी नहीं मिला हैगा। जद कर वोटा मंगना ते जद भी किया सीगा इन्होंने जी। हाँ जी, 1000 रुपए दूंगे, ना कोई रोजगार देंदे हैं सानू जी। बोला है पर देते नहीं है। बोला था आपको? हाँ जी, बोलते हैं पर देते नहीं है कभी भी।
आपको इंतजार है अभी भी कि 1000 रुपए मिलेगा?
कहाँ मिलेगा, इंतजार है ही नहीं।
आपने इंतजार भी छोड़ दिए?
और क्या करें, फिर जब नहीं देते तो इंतजार भी छोड़ देते हैं।
The Punjab government also faces criticism on poor law and order in the state. There are fears about terrorism returning to the state and gangster networks. There are issues related to national highways. The state's economy is in shambles, and the government has not been able to deliver justice in sacrilege cases.
Bhagwant Mann government failed on all aspects in Punjab. Especially, they have made this state as a police state. Because democracy, I don't think so exists in Punjab. Unfortunately, they have taken almost 1.25 lakh crore. I think they have taken the loan from different institutions.
But for now, the biggest fear for Bhagwant Mann and his government is that the result in Delhi should not land them in troubled waters too. With Kamaljeet Sandhu in Chandigarh, Bureau Report, India Today.
I want to go across now to a high-quality panel of top political voices and experts joining us on this broadcast to discuss the current state of play in Punjab. I want to begin by introducing Naresh Gujral, senior leader of the Akali Dal. We have Manish Tiwari, member of Parliament of the Congress from Chandigarh. I have Sunil Jhakar, senior leader of the BJP in Punjab. I have Kunwar VP Singh from the Aam Aadmi Party. And for perspective on what's happening on the ground, I have a senior journalist, Manraj Grewal Sharma joining us as well. Let me go across to Naresh Gujral first. You're seeing the buzz around the uncertainty and instability supposedly looming over the Aam Aadmi Party government in Punjab. We heard from Bhagwant Mann today. He says this is just an opposition creation. It's a fantasy. His government is strong. He is going nowhere. Kejriwal is not becoming Chief Minister of Punjab. He's trying to pepper over all these supposed stories that the likes of Partap Bajwa, Ravneet Bittu, Sukhwinder Randhawa and the others are trying to float, saying that this is all make-believe. What's your sense, Mr. Gujral, of the impact the Delhi results will likely have on Punjab politics?
Well, definitely there's going to be a lot of impact of that. There is a lot of disquiet amongst the AAP MLAs. Whether they change the Chief Minister or not will be clear in the next few days, as Mr. Kejriwal, I believe, has summoned all the MLAs to Delhi. Now, that itself sends a very wrong message in Punjab, that Punjab is going to be governed by Mr. Kejriwal from Delhi. Punjabis take pride in their heritage. Punjabis do not want to be ruled from Delhi. So I would say that they're shooting themselves in the foot by doing that. Whether Mr. Bhagwant Mann stays or not is another issue. But yes, one is hearing loud rumblings amongst the MLAs.
You're saying that there are loud rumblings, but the fact also is that the Aam Aadmi Party at this time has massive, and the data is coming up on your screen right now, has a massive mandate, 92. So even if some of these stories of 30-odd MLAs being in touch with the Congress are true, you know, it doesn't amount to 2/3 of the MLAs which are required to break the Aam Aadmi Party. So this could well be just political kite flying or trying to fish in troubled waters, Mr. Gujral.
Look, I don't think that the government is going to fall. The MLAs know one thing, that the government is very unpopular. If there are early elections, they will all lose their deposits. So they will not want to go to the polls. They have 2 years to go, and I don't think they're going to cut short their term. But yes, there are loud rumblings, there is disquiet, people are unhappy. So there's every possibility that Mr. Kejriwal might decide to change the Chief Minister. But beyond that, I don't see the government falling.
Mr. Sunil Jhakar, you know, what was your takeaway from the meeting between Arvind Kejriwal and the AAP MLAs in Delhi? We saw Bhagwant Mann come out and try and suggest sab changa si, everything's okay, it's all sorted, that all of this is just brewing in the minds of Mr. Gujral, Mr. Jhakar, Mr. Randhawa, Mr. Tiwari, and that on the ground everything is safe and okay.
Rahulji, first of all, please do not club me with all these distinguished people that you have named. No, I have never said that nobody is going anywhere, I personally think. But I think, Rahulji, being such a senior journalist, you fell for this kind of a trap which Mr. Bajwa laid. I think there is no basis for it. Yes, what is playing out in Delhi today in Kapurthala House is basically the insecurities. Insecurities of, first of all, Mr. Kejriwal, who is insecure about his position, about his grip on the remaining part of his Aam party, which is consisted of Delhi and Punjab only. Delhi is gone. Now he wants to keep this grip, or at least have this kind of a illusion that he still controls it. Second insecurity belongs to Mr. Bhagwant Mann ji. He is worried about his position, about his chair as a Chief Minister, and I think it's his insecurities which you could read in his fumbling in front of the media. But more than that, what I am worried about is the sense of insecurity prevailing in Punjab. While Bhagwant Mann ji is worried about, insecure about his Chief Ministership, Kejriwal Sahab is worried about his being insecure about his grip on Punjab. But the people of Punjab are worried about their life. I think this sense of fear which prevails in Punjab, this is a sad story. And whatever is playing out today, this tug of war between Kejriwal and Bhagwant Mann, I think finally Bhagwant Mann has got the gumption or has the courage now to speak up. The way he has been humiliated all these years, 2.5, 3 years, I think he has been treated worse than a Chapadasi would be treated. Even a Chapadasi is treated with respect because whatever position he holds, he is still a human being. And Bhagwant Mann ji wears a turban, sahab. Turban is the identity of Punjabis, sahab. And Punjabis are known for their dignity and their honor. But he has, the day he went in, as sworn in as a chief minister, he touched Bhagwant Mann's Kejriwal sahab's feet. I think it said it all. And since then, he has never found the spine. But now he has dared to look Kejriwal in his eyes. And I believe the tug of war is between whether it's Mr. Vaibhav or Vibhav, I don't know, the one who was involved with Swati ji Maliwal, who with her in the CM's house. I think he is the one who's the de facto chief minister till now. And I think Bhagwant Mann is trying to get out of that shadow. And he was given a very severe reprimand. Because I believe, whatever I have learned from my people within Aam Aadmi Party, that the meeting with the MLAs lasted only 15 minutes. Rest of all, it was dressing down given to Mr. Bhagwant Mann by the set of people, whosoever the so-called leaders of Aam Aadmi Party are remaining now. And I agree with Gujral Sahab. No, I don't think Bhagwant Mann, no, I don't say vouch for Bhagwant Mann, but what I'm saying is that if Bhagwant Mann is removed, he is going to fall due to his own faults. He has been inaccessible to his MLAs are fed up, and they are like Bajwas or the other people or Mr. Randhawa or somebody else waiting for this opportunity to be the chief minister. They will pull him down. And I don't think Kejriwal Sahab has that kind of authority anymore. You talked about numerical strength. They may have numerically a stronger position, but I think morally they have no credibility at all. Okay. Aam Aadmi Party has lost it like nobody else in Punjab.
Let's hear from the Aam Aadmi Party MLA Kunwar Vijay Partap Singh joins us. Kunwar Sahab, welcome. आप आम आदमी पार्टी के विधायक हैं पंजाब से. आप बताएं आपका खुद का परसेप्शन क्या है आम आदमी पार्टी सरकार के परफॉर्मेंस के बारे में. अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने आज ये मीटिंग बुलाई, आप इन गतिविधियों को कैसे देखते हैं सर?
देखिए, सबसे पहले मैं ये क्लियर करूं कि मैं आम आदमी पार्टी का एक स्ट्रांग, आप कहेंगे कि इसकी आइडियोलॉजी के साथ विशेष रूप से मैं जुड़ा हुआ हूं, और मैं हमेशा अपनी पार्टी को मजबूती प्रदान करने के लिए हमने काम किया है. और आज भी मेरी यही कोशिश है कि हमारी पार्टी मजबूत हो, हमारी सरकार मजबूत हो. ठीक है, जो दिल्ली में हुआ है वो बहुत बड़ा डिबेकल है, और जो उसके बाद कांग्रेस या बीजेपी की तरफ से जो बातें सुनने को आ रही हैं, मीडिया में जो चीजें आ रही हैं, मैं समझता हूं कि देखिए ये सिर्फ यही है कि हर डिबेकल के बाद अगर कोई आदमी का किसी का फेलियर होता है तो दूसरा उसका बेनिफिट लेना चाहता है. तो कांग्रेस भी वही काम कर रहा है, बीजेपी भी वही काम कर रहा है. लेकिन देखिए, इतना सच है कि दिल्ली में जो हार हुई है, और खास करके हमारे बड़े लीडर जो अपनी सीट भी हार गए हैं, उससे पंजाब में जरूर इनसिक्योर फीलिंग आई है, खास करके जो हमारे एमएलए. क्योंकि हमारी जो पार्टी है वॉलंटियर ड्रिवन पार्टी है. जो कांग्रेस पार्टी है, बीजेपी है, ये कार्डर बेस्ड पार्टी है, इनका स्ट्रॉन्ग कार्डर है. हमारा तो वॉलंटियर ड्रिवन पार्टी है. तो इसमें क्या होता है कि जब हमारा सुप्रीमो हाई कमांड अगर इलेक्शन हार जाता है तो वॉलंटियर्स में भी, एमएलएज में भी चिंता होती है. तो ये जाहिर है कि ये सारी चीजें हैं, लेकिन हमें अपने घर को मजबूत करना पड़ेगा. मैं स्पष्ट कहूंगा कि ये रिफ्लेक्शन है, पंजाब में बहुत सारी गलतियां हुई हैं, और आप देखें कि पंजाबी कम्युनिटी ने स्ट्रांगली सपोर्ट कर दिया वहां बीजेपी को दिल्ली में. तो पंजाब में जो मैं तो स्पष्ट बोलता आया हूं और हर फोरम पर बोलता आया हूं, विधानसभा में बोलता आया हूं, इंटरनल मीटिंग्स में बोलता आया हूं कि देखिए हमारे यहाँ गवर्नेंस फेलियर हो रहा है और उसका बेनिफिट ये लोग ले जाएंगे, दूसरी पार्टी वाले बेनिफिट ले जाएंगे. तो इसलिए हमारा ये है कि हमें अपने घर को मजबूत करना पड़ेगा. और आज भी मैंने दिल्ली में बात की है, मैं भी नहीं गया था उस मीटिंग में, मुझे पता था कि ये 20-25 मिनट की मीटिंग होनी है, और मैंने बता दिया था कि मैं इस मीटिंग में किसी कारणवश नहीं आ रहा हूं, लेकिन हम अपना व्यू पॉइंट मैंने अपना दे दिया था. तो
पर आम आदमी पार्टी वाले कई नेता अभी आपको लाइव इंडिया टुडे पे देख रहे हैं, वो मुझे मैसेज कर रहे हैं, कह रहे हैं ये कुंवर साहब तो बागी हो चुके हैं, ये भगवंत मान के विरोधी हैं, ये खुद सीएम बनना चाहते हैं, इसलिए भगवंत मान और आम आदमी पार्टी के खिलाफ पंजाब में बोल रहे हैं। वो कह रहे हैं आप खुद सीएम बनना चाहते हो, लाइव बता रहे हैं मुझे।
नहीं, ऐसी बात नहीं है। कोई भी आम आदमी पार्टी के लीडर ऐसा नहीं कहेंगे। बात यह है कि आपने देखा कि पार्लियामेंट में हम हार गए, लोकल बॉडी इलेक्शन सारा ही हम हार गए, और इसके बाद दिल्ली हम हार गए। तो कहीं ना कहीं चूक हुई है, गलती हुई है। हमें सीएम, देखिए हम जो भी बनेंगे ना, हम प्राइम मिनिस्टर भी बन सकते हैं अगर जनता हमें बनाती है। मेरे अंदर काबिलियत है तो मैं प्राइम मिनिस्टर भी बन सकता हूं, तो किसी को उसके लिए चिंता करने की जरूरत नहीं है। और इलेक्शन में देखिए गांव-गांव में मेरे फोटो लगाए गए थे, और आज भी देखिए ये किताब है ना केजरीवाल साहब की, मैं दिखा रहा हूँ, जो आपको मैसेज कर रहे हैं उनको बताइए कितने लोग इस पर अमल कर रहे हैं। ये जो स्वराज है ना, ये किताब है स्वराज, कितने लोग इस पर अमल कर रहे हैं आप देखिए। तो हम इस
तो आपके हिसाब से भगवंत मान की गवर्नमेंट को कोई खतरा है कि नहीं, क्योंकि आप आपके खुद के एमएलए हैं, आप मीटिंग में नहीं आए आज।
नहीं, हमारी आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार को कोई खतरा नहीं है, लेकिन मैं शुरू से कहता आ रहा हूं कि इस स्वराज के सिद्धांत को हम ना छोड़ें, जो केजरीवाल साहब ने खुद ये किताब लिखी है। और मैं तो इस सिद्धांत पर खड़ा हूं, आज भी खड़ा हूं, और हमें इस सिद्धांत पर चलना पड़ेगा, फिर जाकर के हम कुछ कर सकते हैं जो वायदे किए थे। जैसे मैं आपको स्पष्ट बताऊं, केजरीवाल साहब ने कहा था कि 24 घंटे में इंसाफ होना चाहिए, बेअदबी, गुरु ग्रंथ साहब जी की बेअदबी का मसला था, ठीक है। जनता ने एक सुर में आकर के सबको वोट दिया और सबको जिताया, सारे एमएलए को जिताया। लेकिन उसके बाद देखिए सरकार बनने के बाद मैं विधानसभा से लेकर के हर लीडर के पास गया हूं कि इसमें इंसाफ कीजिए। ठीक है, प्रोटेस्ट बंद हो गया, लेकिन लोगों के दिल में ये मसला आ गया, लोगों के दिल में।
तो आपके हिसाब से कितने ऐसे एमएलए होंगे जो भगवंत मान जी के साइड पे हैं, और कितने होंगे जो कि उनकी परफॉर्मेंस से नाराज हैं?
देखिए सभी लोग, हमारे सभी एमएलए 92 थे, अब 95 हो गए हैं। ये सभी लोग हमारी सरकार के साथ हैं, आम आदमी पार्टी के साथ हैं, सभी हमारे सुप्रीमो के साथ हैं। लेकिन मैं आपको स्पष्ट बताऊं, कोई स्पष्ट बोलेगा, कोई दबी जुबान से बोलेगा, कोई नहीं बोलेगा। वो चाहते हैं कि लीडरशिप चेंज हो जाए पंजाब में, ताकि हम अपने आप को रिवाइव कर सकें।
तो किसको, अगर भगवंत मान को हटाएं तो किसको सीएम बनाए?
कोई भी बन सकता है ना, देखिए कोई भी आदमी बन सकता है। हमारी तो पार्टी में बहुत सारे सीनियर लीडर हैं, और कोई भी बन जाए तो उससे कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगी। लेकिन एक बार लीडरशिप बदलना बहुत जरूरी है, कोई भी बने, ठीक है कि नहीं। हमारे यहाँ बड़े अच्छे अच्छे लीडर हैं, वो अपना बने, और कुछ ना कुछ इंटरवेंशन हमें करना पड़ेगा। नहीं तो देखिए विरोधी पार्टी वाले बैठे हैं उसका बेनिफिट लेने के लिए। तो मैं हमेशा स्ट्रांगली ये कहता हूं कि हमें अपनी सरकार को मजबूत करना है, अपनी पार्टी को मजबूत करना है। अगर एक लीडरशिप चेंज कर लेने से अगर हमारी पार्टी मजबूत होती है, हमारी सरकार मजबूत होती है, तो इसमें कोई हर्ज नहीं।
Okay, now that's an open rebellion of sorts. One sitting AAP MLA on live television asking for the Chief Minister to be replaced. I'm joined at this time by Sukhjinder Singh Randhawa, Member of Parliament of the Congress Party from Gurdaspur. He's amongst those who've said that there will be midterm elections, that the Bhagwant Mann government could be in jeopardy on the back of what happened in the Delhi elections. Randhawa Sahab, Sat Shri Akal. What's your reading of the current state of play in Punjab? Why do you think that midterm elections may be inevitable and that the state, is this just wishful thinking by the Congress-led opposition? What are the material facts that you see on the ground which give strength to your theory?
देखिए पहली बात तो जो जहाँ दिल्ली में इनकी हार हुई है, तो उस हार के लिए दिल्ली के जो एमएलएज हैं और जो उनके कैंडिडेट्स हारे थे, पहले उनकी मीटिंग होनी चाहिए थी। पंजाब में तो अभी ऐसा कोई क्राइसिस नहीं है, उन्होंने सीधी जाकर पंजाब की मीटिंग कर ली, और कोई 10-15 या 20 मिनट उनकी मीटिंग चली, उसकी मेरे को समझ नहीं आई। पर मैंने कहा कि सब ठीक नहीं है आम आदमी पार्टी में। देखिए इनको इतना बड़ा मैंडेट मिला, और बिल्कुल मैं कुंवर विजय प्रताप जी के साथ सहमत हूँ, एग्री करता हूँ। ये हमारी गवर्नमेंट में भी जब इनको वहाँ लगाया गया तो उस टाइम भी इन्होंने बड़े ओपनली चीफ मिनिस्टर के साथ बैठते थे। जब उन्होंने ओपनली कहा कि आप गलत हो, आपने हमें ऐसा करना चाहिए, वहाँ आना चाहिए, गुरु ग्रंथ साहब की जो बेअदबी हुई है। तो जो मैं इन बातों से, हमारी कांग्रेस पार्टी ने जो किया वो मैं इनके साथ एग्री करता हूँ। इन्होंने काफ़ी लड़ाई लड़ी, और जो एसआईटी बनी उसमें इनके अगर अकॉर्डिंगली चलते तो बहुत देर पहले कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह भी वो इंसाफ दे सकते थे, जो नहीं दिया गया उसमें हम भी गिल्टी हैं क्योंकि हमने उसी गवर्नमेंट में मिनिस्टर रहे हैं। दूसरी बात जो जैसे इन्होंने कहा कि चीफ मिनिस्टर को चेंज होना चाहिए, वो चीफ मिनिस्टर जो दरबार वहाँ फ्लैग होस्टिंग के लिए 26 जनवरी को वहाँ जाते हैं और फरीदकोट डिस्ट्रिक्ट में जहाँ इन्होंने फ्लैग होस्टिंग करनी थी तो वहाँ जो स्टेडियम था उस पर खालिस्तान जहाँ उसका झंडा लगा दिया। तो हमारे चीफ मिनिस्टर साहब इतने ब्रेव हैं, वो वहाँ से भागे और सीधा आकर पटियाला खड़े हो गए। वहाँ खड़े होकर कहना चाहिए था कि मैं पंजाब में आतंकवाद, दहशतवाद और गैंगस्टरिज्म नहीं उठने दूंगा। तो फिर तो बात चलती कि पंजाब की कोई हाथ पकड़ने वाला है, पंजाब के लिए खड़ा होने वाला है। ये बातें मैं इसलिए कह रहा हूँ कि पंजाब में जो गैंगस्टरिज्म और जो नेक्सस बन गया है कि गैंगस्टर्स का और रेडिकल्स का, वो पाकिस्तान, अमेरिका जहाँ वहाँ बैठे बातें कर रहे हैं। सबसे बड़ी खतरनाक बात जो अब चल रही है पंजाब में कि जो रेडिकल्स बाहर बैठे हैं उन्होंने 12 टाइम्स पुलिस स्टेशन जो हैं जहाँ पुलिस चौकीज हैं उनके ऊपर हैंड ग्रेनेड अटैक हुआ है। हमारे ऑफिसर जो वहाँ के लोकल हैं वो कह देते हैं कि वो हैंड ग्रेनेड नहीं है, एक पटाखा चला है। तो उसके बाद डीजीपी जहाँ वही ऑफिसर ये कह देते हैं कि नहीं हमने मॉड्यूल पकड़ लिया और वहाँ जो फतेहगढ़ चूड़ियाँ रोड पर जो चौकी थी उनके जो हमने 3 आदमी पकड़ लिए। वो चीफ मिनिस्टर की जो जर्नल होता है वो उसको कहना चाहिए था कि आपने पहले ये गलत स्टेटमेंट क्यों दी, तो अब कहाँ से आदमी लेकर आ गए। पंजाब में कैस है और जो पुलिस स्टेशन हैं उनके रास्ते बंद कर दिए गए। आप शाम को जाएंगे, रात को जाएंगे, रास्ता बंद, आगे बैरिकेडिंग लगी है और 1.5-2 किलोमीटर पर डाइवर्शन
मिस्टर रंधावा, व्हाई डू यू थिंक देयर इज अ थ्रेट टू द भगवंत मान गवर्नमेंट?
करिए, लोगों का बचा नहीं।
आपने बोला कि मिड टर्म इलेक्शंस होंगे, मैं इलेक्शन डेटा दिखा रहा था, 92 सीट्स है सर इनके पास। उनके सिटिंग एमएलए डिमांड कर रहे हैं। तो मैंने तो इसी जो इनके साथ पुराने जो कुछ लोग हम में से गए हैं, कोई दूसरे हैं, तो सभी को एक एप्रीहेंशन तो है कि अगर आगे दिखाई ना दे तो वे कहते हैं कि फिर लीडरशिप चेंज करें। हमने कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह को 1 साल पहले कह दिया था, हमारी पार्टी ने 1 साल पहले हमारी सुनी नहीं, और जब सुनी तो उस टाइम खत्म हो गया था सब कुछ हमारी, इसलिए हम हारे। और इन्होंने जो कहा कि हम बेअदबी की लेंगे, नशा खत्म करेंगे, दोनों में से कोई बात इन्होंने नहीं की। इवन इन्होंने कस्टोडियल जिस आदमी को हमने अंदर किया, जहां हमने केस बनाकर भेजा, उसके लिए कस्टोडियल जो इंटरोगेशन भी नहीं मांगी और चलान भी टाइम पर प्रेजेंट नहीं किया। Okay, Sukhwinder Singh Randhawa, Gurdaspur MP, for joining us. Thank you. I want to go across to Manraj Grewal Sharma. She heads the Indian Express in Punjab. We are hearing all the politicians speak from a journalistic editorial lens. How much of this dissent, the troubles in the AAP are for real, and how much of them are just opposition make-believe?
The thing is that there have been murmurs in the party for a while now, ever since its poor performance in the Lok Sabha elections. So those murmurs are only going to get louder because of the party's very poor showing, party's fall in Delhi. Because, you know, when you spoke to the MLAs, they would all say, oh, we are definitely going to win, and what we are looking at is a figure above 50. So all of a sudden now there's this complete sense of disquiet, you could even say panic. What next when the centre doesn't hold? I mean, when your centre, which is Mr. Kejriwal. So there are a lot of rumors swirling around about whether the party is going to see a change in leadership, or is the opposition really trying to poach them? So that is very much there.
Okay, you're saying they're trying to hobble the government, whether they have the numbers to bring the government down. Remember, it's a brute mandate, and that is the reality. As you see the vote share and seat share data on your...
added to their numbers.
And they've added. They had 92 in the beginning. They've added 3 MLAs to their numbers. So there is, Mr. Gujral, a very brute mandate. So this could also just be some murmurs, some dissent, as is often the case. In your own party against Sukhbir Badal, there was dissent. He decided to step away. So this can happen. The point, the feedback from the Aam Aadmi Party is that, you know, it's just the opposition leaders like yourselves rubbing their hands in glee, and that this is a lot of song and dance which may not amount to very much in the end.
Rahul, they made very tall promises to the people of Punjab. And people of Punjab were gullible. They believed them and gave them an unprecedented majority. They got 92 seats. And now there is anger. There's anger in the people. There is frustration in the youth. And this anger is widespread. There is no money. Punjab is bankrupt. They've messed up the finances. As a result, the MLAs are getting no money for development in their constituencies. So they are angry. And also I'm told that there is no grievance redressal cell in the Chief Minister's office. They can't meet the Chief Minister. Most of the time he's in Delhi. He's not available. All this is leading to anger. Yet I feel it may lead to change of a Chief Minister. But it doesn't mean that the government will fall. Because the MLAs know that they are so unpopular that if they go in for a midterm poll, all of them will be wiped out. And other parties today are not willing to take these people into their parties. So frankly, I think another 2 years they will last, but this is the great pity for Punjab. There is no governance and this anger will only spread.
Mr. Naresh Gujral for joining us. Thank you very much. Mr. Jakar, it becomes then contingent on the BJP. Does the BJP want to engineer a political crisis in Punjab like you did in Maharashtra? Or given how badly off you are electorally, that you'll just let the AAP government be, let them deal with their own trouble rather than actively trying to engineer a crisis?
Nobody's engineering, and I think when I started it, you fell for this bait from Mr. Bajwa. I have a question for Mr. Bajwa. I think Bajwa ji should be more worried about his own Congress MLAs and especially his Congress president or the former chief ministers who are in touch with Bhagwant Mann, rather than worrying about 30 AAP MLAs who are in touch with him. And Bhagwant Mann ji has a challenge. He has to prove that he is not playing a fixed match with Congress, because he has been openly saying that he is going to put these people, Congress leaders, behind bars. These are open and shut cases. Now he's gunning after people close to Ravneet Bittu ji and letting these people scot-free. I think Bajwa ji has a lot of introspection to do before coming up with this thing. And I'm again surprised that you fell for this bait. Secondly, BJP is not interested in any engineering of any sort. If I believe Bhagwant Mann ji has put on notice by Kejriwal, that's all Mr. Kejriwal could do because of his shaky position of his own status now. He is going to fall because of there so many wannabes within Aam Aadmi Party, like one Kumar Vijay Partap Singh. He has been a very good administrator, and he himself has been openly speaking against the non-governance part, which Mr. Gujral just now mentioned. But again, it is a tragedy of Punjab that they have opted for this kind of a badlav, this deceit, this kind of a charade which has been pulled by the Aam Aadmi Party. I think it is better the Punjabis learn the lesson, go the whole hog all the way 5 years, and after that, at least I hope better sense will prevail, and such people will never have their way with the governance at all. There is no governance here. Okay. I think these are the takeaways. It is Bhagwant Mann's position which is at stake, and I think days are numbered. He has been put on notice.
Mr. Sunil Jakar for joining us with your thoughts. Leader of the BJP, thank you very much. I want to thank Manraj Grewal for joining us. Kumar Vijay Partap Singh had his say as well, leader of the Aam Aadmi Party in Punjab, sitting MLA. I want to go across to my colleague Ashutosh, who joins us now. Ashutosh, you were reporting on this meeting. You tracked the Aam Aadmi Party for us. What really happened? We're hearing what some AAP MLAs are saying. We're hearing what the opposition leaders are saying. But what's the thinking within the core AAP team? Is there actually an unpleasantness about Bhagwant Mann not doing a good enough job? Is Kejriwal actually disappointed? What were these deliberations like?
There was a time, indeed, there was some sense of disappointment, and particularly what made Bhagwant Mann a most loyal guard from Punjab, that after arresting of Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodia and Sanjay Singh, it was Bhagwant Mann who led the entire party with the other leaders, and that made him one of the most trusted, loyal aide of Arvind Kejriwal, and that's exactly why you see even today's meeting, it was only 2 people who were speaking and addressing all these 86 members from Punjab. It was first Bhagwant Mann, concluded by Arvind Kejriwal. since the gossip also rumoring around that whether Arvind Kejriwal, after the Delhi debacle, would take a charge in Punjab. Remember, Arvind Kejriwal being one of the seasoned politicians would not do such kind of mistake that would probably finish the entire party. Now, this takes me exactly into December 2021, right before the 2022 assembly election. All these debates, all these, exactly like a days of a movement when there was debacle that Punjab will be controlled by Delhi, and despite of all that, Aam Aadmi Party got a mandate, and just before the election, they announced Bhagwant Mann as a face. There have been complaints. Kumar Vijay, Partap Singh, and other few MLAs, they are vocal against Bhagwant Mann, but they have been proving their loyalty to Aam Aadmi Party leadership. So clearly, they are not going to be change of guard. Arvind Kejriwal knows that Punjab would only go and prefer a sick face, which could be someone from the party and from the Punjab unit. So he cannot take the charge. Subsequently, he's a kingmaker. So being a kingmaker is more important, and of course gives a more stronger message for the leadership.
Okay.
So this meeting was to convene that even after we lost the election, there was experience of these MLAs who campaigned in Delhi and now focus on Punjab. You have 2 years ahead. Rahul.
Ashutosh, for joining us. Thank you. So no immediate threat. Clearly there are murmurs of dissent which are also out in the public, but it's not as if there's an immediate change of guard that's happening. But can the government get hobbled so much that it kind of becomes like a lame duck government? I want to go across now to senior Congress leader, Member of Parliament from Chandigarh, Manish Tiwari. He joins us on this broadcast. Mr. Tiwari, welcome. So much buzz around the meeting of AAP MLAs in Delhi with the AAP convener Arvind Kejriwal at Kapurthala House. Different people decoding this message different ways, questions being asked about why these MLAs were summoned to Delhi, why didn't Kejriwal go meet them in Punjab. Many of your colleagues like Partap Bajwa are saying that 30 AAP MLAs plus are in touch with him, that there could be a threat to the Kejriwal government. You come from Chandigarh, you fought elections in different parts of the state. What do you make of all the buzz around the various political developments in Punjab? Mr. Tiwari.
Rahul, first of all, thank you very much for having me on your show. I have the unique privilege or distinction of having represented 2 separate constituencies in Punjab in Parliament. Ludhiana, which is the industrial heart of Punjab. Sri Anandpur Sahib, which is the temporal seat of the Sikhs in Punjab, concurrent to Sri Amritsar Sahib. And now, of course, I represent the capital of both Punjab and Haryana, Chandigarh, in the Lok Sabha. So it gives me a certain unique perspective of how things in Punjab are really placed. And let me say at the outset that any instability, political instability, economic instability, social instability in Punjab does not augur well for the national security of India. Punjab is a border state. Our western neighbor has chosen to be still very proactive. You have drones coming in by the droves, carrying weapons, narcotics, small arms, and even automatic weapons. So therefore, under those circumstances, the stability of Punjab, being a border state, is extremely important for the national security imperative of India. And that is something which should not be discounted under any circumstances. You already have trouble in the northeast, in a border state in the form of Manipur, which still continues to be unstable and turbulent. And any turbulence on your western border or your northwestern border in terms of the questions that you ask for Punjab, and especially given Punjab's history and the 15 years of terror and militancy it experienced, where over 40,000 people died, and it was after a very long and hard fight that the militancy was brought under control. So therefore, under those circumstances, I think partisan politics should not be played with Punjab. Punjab is a state which needs to be handled by rising above partisan political interest.
I heard what Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann said after meeting with Arvind Kejriwal. He says a lot of this is a creation of the opposition. You know, he referred to your colleague Partap Bajwa, who I interviewed who said that 32 plus AAP MLAs are in touch with him. Bhagwant Mann and the AAP saying this is just opposition fantasy, that there is some dissent, but there is clearly no immediate threat to the government of the Aam Aadmi Party in Punjab. Mr. Tiwari.
Well, I do not want to comment upon what the Chief Minister of Punjab has said, or my colleague for over 40 years in public life, Mr. Partap Bajwa, with whom I used to share a bench in Parliament in the Lok Sabha at one point in time, has articulated. From my perspective, as someone who has seen the depredations of terrorism firsthand, who's fought the battle for the unity and integrity of India in the political trench lines of Punjab during that turbulent phase from 1983 to 1995. For me, the stability of Punjab, the peace of Punjab, the prosperity and the progress of Punjab is paramount. And that is why I tell everybody that from the Mughals onwards till today, Delhi has never understood Punjab. And Delhi, unfortunately, ceases to or refuses to understand Punjab. It's a different state. It ticks to a different dynamic. It has a different soul and a different beat to it. It's been the place from where every invader was coming to India from 1000 AD till the time the British came. They passed through Punjab, and so therefore every Punjabi in that sense of the word is a first generation settler, having fought all these depredations, then having seen the partition of India, which was really the partition of Punjab and the partition of Bengal. And so therefore, under those circumstances, given its unique history and unfortunately the past that it went through, I think it is very important that political stability should be maintained. Punjab, in any case, is heading into an election 2.5 years down the line, and it would be best if the people of Punjab then decide.
Sure, I think that's the most logical. You have a government in place, instead of trying to destabilizing that, let it play out its full term. Let there be a bona fide election where whoever wins wins, but they win because the voters want them to win. What impact, Mr. Tiwari, do you think the defeat of the Aam Aadmi Party in the Delhi Assembly elections is likely to have on the Punjab, on the politics of Punjab? How does AAP being bested in Delhi by the BJP impact state politics in Punjab?
The one thing that I have understood in my 4 decades in public life is that every state has a completely different lay of the land when it comes to its electoral milieu. So therefore, if you try and extrapolate the victory or defeat from one state to another, I think you make an erroneous proposition. And I will validate this argument by pointing out that when the BJP won in Rajasthan, it won in Chhattisgarh, it won in Madhya Pradesh in 2023, in the November of 2020, they were so exuberant and they were so ebullient. They were talking about 400 par, and you saw what the result was. The same thing had repeated itself 20 years back when the BJP had won Madhya Pradesh, had won Rajasthan, and it had won Chhattisgarh at that point in time, which was a newly formed state. And Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee decided to call early elections to Parliament. And what happened was that you had a UPA government for 10 years. So therefore, there is a mortal and intrinsic hazard in trying to extrapolate one situation to another. The Congress did exceedingly well in Punjab in the Lok Sabha elections. It won 7 out of the 13 parliament seats. 3 seats were won by the Aam Aadmi Party. 2 were won by people, who subscribed to a different philosophy and a different ideology. So therefore, under those circumstances, given that, Punjab has been turbulent, it has a sense of alienation going all the way back to 1947, embedded in a fringe of its population, Punjab needs to be treated, very, very carefully, almost with kid gloves. You make a mistake with Punjab, you make a mistake with India's national security.
Oh, absolutely. Make a mistake with Punjab, you make a mistake with India's national security. You couldn't have put it any better. Manish Tiwari ji, for taking out time and joining us on the news track. Thank you very much. Here's what I wish to say in conclusion. It's very clear, and we saw that on the show as well. One sitting AAP MLA speaking against the Chief Minister. There is some element of dissent, but this dissent is not uncommon to the Aam Aadmi Party. There's dissent and trouble in other parties. I mean, in the Akalis, leaders spoke out against Sukhbir Badal. So this is not uncommon, and obviously the power center was originally in Delhi. That getting disrupted does have a bearing in terms of putting additional stress. So the government is under scrutiny, as it has been all through this week. It doesn't necessarily mean that there is any immediate threat to the government of Bhagwant Mann. The big concern from the AAP's perspective is that does the government then become a lamed up government, unable to get things done? As Kejriwal said in the meeting, that there is a 2-year opportunity to work on the agenda of the Aam Aadmi Party and to show what the AAP model of governance for Punjab is. They're finally speaking of an AAP model of governance for Punjab. Earlier the conversation was about the AAP model for Delhi. What is that AAP model? It needs to be seen, felt, experienced, witnessed by voters in Punjab, and that will ultimately determine what happens when the next elections happen. But clearly a lot of stress as a result of what happened in Delhi on the government in Punjab as well. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll have more for you when we come back with the mood of the nation. India Today's biannual survey, which tries to get a sense of what would happen if elections are held today. So what would happen if we had a general election today? Find out tomorrow at 8 p.m. Goodbye. Good night.